Two of the most intense working breeds on the planet. One a precision-bred police and military canine machine, the other a historic gladiator of the canine world. Belgian Malinois versus American Pit Bull Terrier. Who's got the real gameness? Let's break it down. Two dogs, both powerful, both respected, but built for entirely different wars. The Belgian Malinois, elite military and police canine, bred for obedience and precision. The American Pit Bull Terrier, a symbol of tenacity and grit, forged in fire with a trait few dogs can claim, pure gameness. But what happens when we compare them side by side? Can the Malinois match the raw intensity of the Pit Bull? Let's break down drive, gameness, and mental toughness in one of the most controversial matchups in the dog world. Let's start with what they were bred to do. The Belgian Malinois was developed in Belgium in the late 1800s for herding. But it didn't stop there. Over time, breeders selected the most driven and focused Malinois and shaped them into tactical canines for law enforcement and military operations worldwide. Think Navy SEALs, paratroopers, bite work, explosive detection. Now contrast that with the American Pit Bull Terrier, a dog created specifically for blood sport. Originally bred for bull baiting and later dog fighting, the American Pit Bull Terrier was refined with one key trait in mind: gameness, the willingness to fight through exhaustion, pain, even death, without quitting. Gameness is misunderstood. It's not about aggression, it's not about size. Gameness is the mental engine that refuses to shut off. A dog with gameness will push past injury, fear, and logic. It's not trained into them, it's bred over generations. The American Pit Bull Terrier is the gold standard of this trait. No dog breed has consistently shown more commitment to keep going once the battle starts. It's been tested, documented, and respected, even by those who disapprove of the sport it came from. So what about the Belgian Malinois? These dogs are explosive, driven, and have some of the highest work ethic you'll find. They'll leap off buildings, take down suspects with full force, ignore hits, and come back for more. That's not gameness, but it's something close. What the Malinois has is prey drive, civil drive, and nerve. Prey drive makes them chase. Civil drive gives them the courage to fight. Nerve gives them the stability to do it under pressure. But here's the key difference. The Malinois relies on direction. It's handler driven. If the mission ends, the dog disengages. The American Pit Bull Terrier, it'll keep going until it physically can't. But we have heard of stories of Malinois in combat that have been shot and they still engage in the bite, not giving up, not quitting until their very last breath.
Right, she has the TSE camera closed and it's illuminating her back. Lots of dust still from the one from the ASM fucking, from the grenade, and then you also have the hellfires that hit it. So there's a lot of debris. She clears her first point of domination, which we did within training. She goes down to her second point of domination to clear it, and she starts engaging something. And so as I start getting closer to it, and I see the silhouette of a man. Instantly in my head, your dude's dead, right? Been here before, been here, done that, dude's dead. Kind of do a look over on him real fast. Notice that he's missing part of his leg. And so I'm like, yeah, fucking this dude's done, Dunskies. And as I'm working her on the bite, right, mind you, my weapon is slung, her body is in between my legs, and I have my head on the back of her collar and touching her ears, right, trying to get her deep and push her onto that bite, and really get her to enjoy biting that dead body. This dude comes back to life, right? Whether he's high on drugs, just overpressure, knocked out, or all of the above. This dude comes back to life and he starts shooting, I would say 4 to 6 controlled. It wasn't da 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 da. It was pow pow pow.
Wow.
It was so close that the heat of the AK I could feel on my face. The heat, and then being whited out by that. I thought I was hit. I thought I had to be. I fall back, right? Like, sorry, baby, I can't save you. Right? I can't even fucking save myself right now. My weapon's slung. I drop Leica, go back to my fallback position, which is like maybe 10, 12 feet. I get back to the fallback, and so I turn that old school Tritronics up to a 6, and now I'm nuking. I'm like nuking, and I can hear her just screaming. This is all happening probably within seconds, right? And a buddy of mine who was looking through the adjacent window, right? He could see the dude and had good sights on him. Shot him twice with a Scar Heavy, killed him instantly. I get Leica back to me by shocking her, and by the time I get her to me, she actually has what's left of her arm inside of her mouth. And so that round had actually hit the ball and socket of her shoulder, completely decimated that fucking whole ball and socket, shattered the round because of the hardness of the bone, and then shrapnel trickled down her rib cage, hit her in the back leg, and blew out the bottom of her foot.
Holy fuck.
Second round, it came up from her other leg that she has now, came up from her other leg, came in at an angle, hit her in the tricep, blew her whole tricep out. Like, you could hold up her arm in the cache and you could look through it like off of Dusk Till Dawn. Remember that vampire movie where Quentin Tarantino can look through his hand? It was like that. Like, you could look through it. Fucking wild. And then 2 superficial wounds that had skipped underneath her stomach.
She had stayed on the bite through all that?
Yeah.
Dude, at a year old. Dude, what in the fuck?
Yeah. Monster shit, right? Like,
That's
that talent.
That's absurd.
Talent.
Let's talk toughness. Both breeds are known to tolerate incredible amounts of pain. Malinois shrug off electric fences, kicks, and even gunfire. Pit Bulls, they'll keep pulling weight with ripped pads or swollen joints. They've been documented working while critically injured, just to finish what they started. But again, there's a split. The Malinois has pain tolerance with purpose. The American Pit Bull Terrier has pain tolerance without logic, a blind commitment that only comes from gameness. What about temperament? Despite stereotypes, both breeds can be loyal, stable, and affectionate. The APBT is typically very human-friendly, even if it's dog-aggressive. The Malinois, however, needs constant direction. Left untrained, it becomes destructive, anxious, even dangerous. These dogs need a job, and they need the right handler. Both breeds do. So let's answer the question. Now, you had to pay very, very close attention to this video. Is the Belgian Malinois as game as the American Pit Bull Terrier? It can be. During this video, we talked about these dogs being trained in different domains. The American Pit Bull Terrier was bred and trained to excel in dog fighting and never giving up. The Belgian Malinois has been trained and bred to excel in police and military roles, go in, find his target, and never giving up. Even when there's gunfire, when the dog has been shot. There are stories of Pit Bull, ripped ears, broken limbs, and they're still fighting and not giving up. I believe that both dogs are game. If you take a Belgian Malinois and train him in dog fighting, you know, as we say, these dogs need a job. If his job is to dog fight and kill other dogs, he's going to do that. If you take the Pit Bull and train him to go in, hunt, and attack his suspects, you know, the bad guys, he's going to do that, without a doubt. So I think they're both game, but in their own way. The fact that they've been trained in different sectors, this is how we're trying to distinguish a game. When you say the word gameness, you're usually attaching that to dogfight. but both dogs are game if you ask me. The American Pit Bull Terrier is a war drum. The Malinois is the precision blade. Two working warriors, two different legacies. Respect both, train both, understand the difference. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know which dogs you would like me to compare in future videos.